This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Turn on office. So I thought that I would do a light setup tour. I don't know what I would call this, but I get asked so many questions about my lighting and what I use and what I have behind monitors and stuff. So I'm going to go through all of the apps that control my lighting one by one, and I'm going to show you what I have and what I like to do to light up my whole setup. Start with what I have behind my monitor are two Philips Hue bars. Every time somebody asks me about these, I let them know, but then I also do tell them that there's a cheaper alternative from 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗗 because I got them for Christmas almost 3 years ago. So 𝗙𝗚𝗡𝗗's come out with much cheaper ones since then. You can obviously splurge if you want to, but just keep that in mind. I'll link both in the description just so you can check them out and compare. So Philips Hue has their own app, of course. Mine aren't even full brightness. So typically, because there are two back there, I can split them down the middle. I can make them one solid color, but you can also control them individually, and there's two settings. So you can have an RGB setting or you can make it more neutral. You kind of just like click on one to pull it apart and pull it away from the other one, and that's really it. Really nice and bright. I have heard a thing between the Philips Hue and the 𝗙𝗡𝗡 bars is that the Philips Hue is better at purple than 𝗙𝗡𝗡, so keep that in mind. Like, look how pretty that is. This is what it looks like behind there. So they do come with adhesive for the circular part, but because mine are so old, I've taken them off and on so many times, so I just have 3M tape. They've also fallen quite a few times, but then they've also been stuck and had to be pried off where I kind of damaged my monitor a little bit, but they reflect really nicely on the back. I'll select another color so you can see, because sometimes purple can be a little hard to view. Let's do yellow. Obviously they're much more vibrant in person, so keep that in mind. It's the other side, same thing. Next up is this curved monitor light bar. This is the newest addition to my setup. Don't mind my webcam, this is not part of the light, obviously. It does emit lighting underneath, but it also has light on top. I just don't really ever set it. This is the dial that it comes with. It is stuck to my desk because that's how it comes. I don't ever really need to move this, so that can just stay stuck there. So to turn it on, I have to actually hold it. And right now you can see that I have it set to like a music mode or a microphone mode. So this is me talking. I do recommend this if you are looking specifically for a curved monitor light bar, because they're very scarce. However, I do have to click it quite a few times sometimes to actually wake it up and turn it on, where other much higher quality ones I've had, pressing it once just turns it on right away, even if it is Bluetooth like this. Some do come with USB cords. Obviously those are going to be much more flawless. It projects light onto this area, but again, I've had other ones that emit much brighter light, but I really needed something that fit my curved monitor. I got from AliExpress because I couldn't really find ones on Amazon that were a decent price. This one was just like 30 bucks cheaper, but it was the same brand as the ones that I could find on Amazon, so I'll link all of that. Having trouble focusing with this one, but this is the 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗗 Aura. I have had this for many years. This was actually one of the first collabs that I ever got. Sorry, it's not focusing. My first one did break, so I had to ask 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗗 for a replacement, and this one has been going strong. Right now I have it set to white, but you can use the touch controls. It's not obviously like super touch, there are physical buttons, but you can use the actual buttons to customize the colors and the brightness. But then of course you also have the 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗗 app, which I love, and as you can see I have a ton of 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗗 products. One of the features that the 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗗 Aura offers is that you can actually DIY and draw your own design. So I don't really do it anymore, but let me see if I can show you really quickly. Essentially you can create your own design like this, where it's like splotchy, or you can actually draw like a fish on it or something. So this is what the screen looks like, and of course you can also make it animated and move. So we've got it set to finger sketch. It's not the most vivid, but you can kind of see my red splotches there. I do just prefer either just a solid color or one of their presets, but this is a cool option to have because not many other lights have this. Next we have my very old, I think they were called Aurora, but I think they're just now called like the old triangles. So they are discontinued. This is one of the very first lights that I ever purchased when I first got into making a cool setup. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was so excited for whenever whenever people came over to my house, it was like my first apartment that I ever moved into. They've been going strong. Like, I got a pair of the newer versions and they just like completely stopped working and wouldn't connect almost right out of the box. So we returned those and I've just never felt the need to update these because they've been great. So here's the Nanoleaf app. Mine are set to 60% right now, so we'll crank it up. And I have a bunch of different themes that I do myself. This is the one called Astro that I use often. Of course, you can make your own, but then there's a whole section where you can download ones from other people. Sometimes it takes a couple clicks for it to actually change the preset, but it's fine. Again, this is just better than the newer ones that I've had. This one came in a pack of 9. I think the newer ones come in a pack of like 7, and then there's expansion packs with 3 pieces. But the newer ones, they're more rounded, whereas these are clearly very like straighter triangles at the corners and everything. I just love the way that it looks. I'm sure people know more about these ones because they're so popular. They like blew up on the internet years ago, so you guys already know what these are. Next over here is what I call my little candle. This is also from 𝗙𝗡𝗘. I think it's called the, oh god, I don't even know. I'll put it on the screen. It's also really dusty. It is super basic. Honestly, can only really showcase one color at a time. There are no fancy presets or anything really. I think there are options in the app, but it's mostly just like cycling through solid colors. So I like to use this one to balance out my setup's lighting. So if this corner ever is on camera, then it's a nice pop of light that reflects off of my wall. This is also a dupe for another Philips Hue product. I'm not sure what the Philips Hue one is called, but I've seen it in person and they're super similar. This is really vibrant too. So honestly, if you would want something like this, I would highly recommend going with the 𝗙𝗡𝗘 version because again, it's just cheaper. Then over here in my sad little corner that has been this way for like, I'm embarrassed to say almost a year, I think. These are the 𝗙𝗡𝗥𝗬𝗧. They are a dupe for the like Nanoleaf hexagons. I don't know. I can't even give you an explanation. I don't know what happened. I think maybe some of them fell off and then I just never touched them. But I've really been meaning to put them over in this corner. I have some news to share, so I'll have some more free time to actually deal with this because this is embarrassing, but they are a combination of the Nanoleafs and just like a regular 𝗙𝗡𝗘 product. So there's presets and cycles and you can customize this. They're really nice and vibrant. I miss having these, and like this corner just feels so bland and bare, so that is another really great 𝗙𝗡𝗘 option. And that's really it for my lighting setup. Oh my god, I totally forgot about underneath. So what I use to illuminate the bottom of my desk is a 𝗙𝗡𝗘 M1 strip. It is super long. It is like 30 feet long, and I have it wrapping in like this really weird way. So it actually starts at the very back of my desk and then comes in, does a zigzag, and then stops right there. This is almost always set to white. I just love the way that it illuminates my desk underneath and it makes a huge difference. So back there you will see that that is where it's shining against. It's kind of hard to show, but it is completely lining the back of my desk. So what happens when I set my lights to a certain color, I will customize this section to be an actual color of something, and then I will leave this entire area white. Let me show you in the app. This is what it looks like right now. So I've figured out exactly where it stops, like the length of my desk. This is what I set it to. So I set it to red. Now the back of my desk is all the way red, but then the bottom is still white. It's a little tinged because of course it's a dark red, but just like with the other 𝗙𝗡𝗘 products, this also has a ton of presets. So yeah, this is my entire lighting setup. This isn't sponsored. I've just been noticing a lot of new people across all of my social channels that have been asking to either see like a behind the scenes of what I use and how. So this is it. This is what I use. I absolutely love it. I think my setup wouldn't be as interesting if I didn't have all these really cool lights, but of course a lot of people hate them. I totally get it. They think it's too much and too blinding, but I can control everything. I can make it a really nice soft light. I can put it all the way down to 20% so it's not super harsh, and I actually don't use all of these lights almost ever unless I'm making content. As you saw when I first started everything up, it was like a very neutral soft white, and I only really ever turn these ones on, and occasionally I'll put these on but super low. If I find that it's a bit too harsh, then I'll turn on that corner again so it's like kind of balanced. But the thing that's always on is my monitor light bar. I feel like that's the absolute best thing. I wish it was a tad bit brighter, but it's fine. I absolutely love my lighting. I think it's everything in my setup. I think it just really makes my setup pop. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about certain things and I'll answer them in the comments. This is a chair from SIHOO. This is more of an ergonomic chair versus my gaming chair that I currently have. As much as I love my chair, I'm gonna be honest, it is a little firm. Probably the best chair that I've ever had was an ergonomic style chair, kind of like this one. So I'm really excited. We're gonna test this bad boy out. This is the M8 from SIHOO. Okay, super affordable compared to a lot of other ergonomic chairs out there, or even now gaming chairs lately. So we'll review it. I'll give you guys some more information about it if you're in the market for a new chair. Very nice. Little headrest is adjustable. It actually feels like it's got some plush to it and some thickness. It's not just like a really skinny mesh net. Pause. Okay, here are all the parts so far. There's also all of this stuff too. First impressions right out of the box. Honestly, this is a really nice feeling cushion. It's thick. It's a really nice large size. This does look like I could cross my legs, which is big thumbs up. And then here is the back. Really nice mesh. I'm so far really digging the cushion. Like, you can even see the thickness from here. All right, let's put this together. I'm already out of breath. Totally forgot that this chair is the model with a footrest. I was building this and I'm like, why is there a second cushion? It's a footrest. I've never had a chair with a footrest before, so I'm really excited. We're getting very close. I just have to attach the back and then we're done. Then we plop this onto the legs and we're finito. But the final touch. So as you can see, we've got the footstool right here. So this can slide out, and then you've got a little lever here that you pop open on either side. And then this is adjustable depending on how long your legs are. I'll show you guys a demo once I'm sitting. The wheels are super smooth so far. So the seat is a lot firmer than I thought. It is kind of plushy to the touch, but once you're actually seated on the chair, you can definitely feel that it's firmer. But this is an ergonomic chair, so of course it's gonna be really sturdy. It's meant to support your back and your posture, so it does still feel really nice. It's the tallest that it can go, and I think if you're taller than me, I'm not the tallest person, I'm only 5'3.5", but I wouldn't recommend this for super tall people. If you've got a footstool like me and you prefer your setup lower anyways, then I think this is gonna be great. I have the lower body of an 80-year-old man. I have restless leg syndrome, so being able to prop up my legs and get more blood flow is just like... Here we've got the lumbar support, so you can turn the dial and it'll push it back and forth to allow you for more support or less support depending on your needs. As you guys saw, you can lift the arms up and down, but you can't move them forward, backwards, which is fine. Turn on office. Dude, I'm living with this like footrest and the tilt. Okay. So that's the tilt lock. Definitely recommend this if you are in the market for a new chair. It's supportive, it's firm, but it's comfortable. Again, it is on the firmer side, but like when you're working at your desk, you want a more sturdy, firm, ergonomic chair anyway. If you really like footrest features, this is the chair for you. Nice mesh breathable back. But yeah, so I'll have this link down below. I'm excited for a different experience for my setup chair because sometimes you just need something new to realize that what you had previously was okay, but your needs are constantly changing, so cool. Me and you are about to have a little chat right now, okay? I have some news. I'm going to try and stay as composed as I can while saying this. Don't look at my nails. I got distracted last night and only painted one hand. Before we continue with the rest of the video, I want to share some news with you guys. And that is that this week I did something really scary, and some are calling it brave, but I'm calling it really scary. And it's that I quit my full-time job. I mean, I have always been the type of person as a kid and like a teenager who, if I got a job and I went there for one day and absolutely despised it, I never went back. I've quit a lot of part-time jobs in my life, but once I started getting into graphic design and having like a real big girl job, I really enjoyed the learning experience. However, if you've ever really spoken to me, I've always said my dream job is to be on a beach selling ice cream to tourists. And if I'm honest, I just saw a lot of growth recently. I've been getting a lot of really cool opportunities with my social media because of you guys and everyone that supports me, and I've been able to get my social medias to the point that they're at now part-time. You know, I work full-time and then I've been doing this in the evenings or on the weekends, and it's been absolutely exhausting because this is my office. I sit here 9 to 5 and I work, and then my 5 to 9 is either me playing games here or me working here. So I'm just like stuck in this room feeling like all I do is work, and it was exhausting, and I feel like my content really took a hit. You can probably tell that I've gotten lazier or I'm not posting as consistently, and it was kind of draining the fun out of me a little bit. So I made a decision and I'm going to try doing this full-time and seeing how far I can take this, and just take off the summer, enjoy my summer, do things that make me happy, start focusing on building some sort of business, and of course freelancing graphic design on the side because I still love that stuff. You're gonna be seeing a lot of me lately. You're gonna be stuck with me. I hope you're okay with that, but I'm excited because I get to do things with my channel that I've always wanted to do but didn't really feel like I had the time or the resources. So now I can fully put in 100% into all of this. So please comment down below what kind of videos you love watching, whether it's from me or from other creators, because I need to brainstorm now. I have some ideas, but I also never really looked into it more than what I've just been doing with my setup. Like, would you even want to see gaming videos? Would you even want to see vlogs or anything else besides my setup? Or if you do want to see more of my setup, what would you rather see? Do you want to see more product reviews? Or, you know, please let me know, because this is all because of you and it's all for you. From the absolute bottom of my heart, I would not have been able to quit my job if it weren't for you guys, if it weren't for all of this. I get a lot of questions about, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And my answer has always been, I'm a full-time graphic designer, but I also do this part-time. And I think people are shocked when I tell them that this actually is an income and a living for me. So it's really scary, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to every single person who comments and watches and lurks and follows me anywhere or everywhere. I literally would not have any of this because of you. I never ever had this until I started having people who supported me, and the fact that it got me to this point where I could even consider quitting my job. I've never done this before. To the point where I had to make my boyfriend Colin press send on my resignation letter email because I couldn't do it. I didn't know that I could. I didn't know that I had it in me to do something like this. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to see where we can take this. I know that it makes people inspired and people love seeing this kind of stuff. So again, I don't think I can say thank you enough, but truly thank you. Nobody really knows this, but I had a really difficult 2022. I of course kept it to myself, but I had a lot of things change, really drastic. Somewhere along the way I kind of lost a little bit of spark for this, so I'm really glad that I get to take back my mental health, and for the first time since I was like 20, which is a very long time ago by the way, I get to explore what makes me happy and have time again to myself to heal and listen to my needs. So sorry for being annoying, this is a lot, but thank you. Thank you so much. On that note, so your girl needs to pay her bills, okay? I have always tried to not take every single collab offer that I get, and trust me, my inbox are filled with just like little things that I absolutely don't need, and I really make sure to accept ones that I genuinely think are really cool and interesting, and things that you guys would all possibly find interesting. High quality, not scams, not like useless little things, you know? So I'm sorry if you're gonna start seeing a small little influx of collabs, but your girl's gotta live. I'm unemployed. I don't know what you want me to say, but we need to support the channel somehow, and I'm gonna do my best to do it in a really tasteful, non-shovey down your throaty way, but that might be a thing. So if you don't want to see stuff like that, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and spread it out as much as I can, or maybe just like jam it into a huge video every once in a while. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm just trying to pay rent next month. Sorry. Now, with that being said, I want to introduce today's amazing sponsor, Squarespace. Have you ever thought about making your own website before? I've been making websites since I was 13. I was self-taught and I was a little nerdy geek who wanted to make fan sites for my favorite games. But nowadays, it is so important to have some sort of online presence if you are a streamer, content creator, blogger, artist, small business owner, coder, photographer, any type of creative who needs an online presence as well to grow their business and connect with an audience. They have tons of different templates depending on your niche. I'm currently using my site to showcase my social media services to brands so that I can continue to produce engaging content for you guys, my viewers, and help grow my channels. You can embed videos, offer membership fees to gain exclusive content, link all of your social media profiles, sell merch or products. If you're a content creator, you can link the mods you use for the games you play or upload certain exclusive podcasts behind paywalls to special members. Anything really you can think of, you can make it happen on your Squarespace website with a click of a button. It is super user-friendly, drag and drop, customize everything to your brand and your aesthetic. So if you're interested in checking out Squarespace and building your own website, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/astronuggie, or you could just use code astronuggie at checkout for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace. We love Squarespace for supporting the channel. What I mean by your girl needs support and love because she just quit her job and she's really scared. But thank you so much to Squarespace for supporting the channel and sponsoring this video, and thank you for sticking around and listening. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to see what's to come on the channel from here, so stay tuned. I'm going to be experimenting maybe a little bit, but I'm also going to be taking a teeny tiny break here and there just while I sort things out, because this is a massive change in my life. But I appreciate you guys for being so patient and always being there to watch my videos and commenting on my videos and supporting me across my other social platforms. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week or month or year whenever you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.